What's going on, guys? I'm Sean and welcome back to the channel. First, I want to say thank you for the positive comments that I got on my last video. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting anyone to even see my channel at all until I was like maybe a couple of videos in, so I was a little surprised, but I appreciate the support and I hope to provide content that you'll enjoy. So with that being said, on to the video. So today we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ever since Square gave us the first trailer back in 2015, you know, the one that blew us all away, I've had Final Fantasy VII in the back of my mind almost constantly. So much so that I'd wake up in the morning and one of the first things I'd do is check to see if any new info on the game had come out. I'd watch the trailers over and over, and any YouTuber that was talking about it, you'd bet I was watching. You could say that I'm a little obsessed with this game, and honestly, you wouldn't be too far from the truth. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game after all. So of course I'd be eating up all this info. Don't act like you don't do it too. Wait, it's just me? Well anyway, let's talk about how good this game looks. From the true to the original character designs, to the enemies, the environments, everything is instantly recognizable. And to me that's a really good thing. These characters look exactly like how I'd have pictured them. Scarlet, Palmer, Heidegger, I wonder if he'll still have that laugh. Hojo, my boy Red 13, Jesse, Biggs, Wedge, Reno, Rude. I know I'm missing a few, but you get the picture. These designs are perfect. And the larger scale of Midgar is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Because honestly, Midgar is one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy VII. I can't wait to see how they take what was originally around 5 hours of gameplay and flesh it out into a full game. If there's any area of Final Fantasy VII that could use some expanding, it's definitely Midgar. And I have very little doubt that it won't work out well. The attention to detail we've been shown so far is almost too good, and you can tell that the team behind this project knows Final Fantasy VII. I have yet to see something that I don't like, and believe me, I've been paying attention. Well, there was one thing that did have me a little concerned. It was when they first revealed Sephiroth. In the original game, Sephiroth was almost like a myth. You'd see the aftermath of his presence, but the man himself was shrouded in mystery. You didn't know who this guy was. Only what he was capable of, and it was kind of scary. One of my favorite moments is when you're crossing the march towards the Mithril mine and you run into this enormous snake called the Midgar Zalem. I quickly realize that I have no way of beating this thing and I'm forced to run away. And the only way to get through now is to get a chocobo so that I can outrun it. So that's what I do. I get to the other side and I come across another one of those snakes, but this one is dead and impaled on a tree. This was the work of Sephiroth. I couldn't beat this snake, but Sephiroth. Sephiroth was basically able to shish kebab this thing on a tree. I was about 9 or 10 years old when I first played Final Fantasy VII, and it was this moment that left a long-lasting impression on me. Sephiroth was leagues ahead of me in power, and this was also the guy that we were after. When I saw that Sephiroth was showing up in this Midgar-only part of the remake, I was pretty confused. I feel like what made Sephiroth so good of a villain was the fact that he was such a mystery. You hardly saw him, but you saw what he was capable of, and it was kind of terrifying how powerful he was. Again, I was like 10 when I first played this, but I feel like what made that work is because my imagination filled in the blanks. The more you see something, the more used to it you get. The less you see it, the less you know about it, leaving everything up to your imagination. And what you don't know can be quite scary. But that's just my interpretation, of course. I'll have to wait and see how he's handled in the remake. In addition to Sephiroth being introduced early, we have new elements being added to the story, such as these black mist-like spirits called the Watchmen of Fate, and a new soldier called Roche, or Roach, or Rosh. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced yet, but I am looking forward to these new additions and how they might change the story that I've experienced many times. I had a few theories about these new additions, but with some of the game being leaked not too long ago, I'm not aware of what's been revealed in the leaks, so I don't really want to speculate because I'd hate to be right and then be accused of spoiling the game, or being wrong and have some dude come in and correct me in the comments, and then I'm spoiled, so I think it's safe to say that the ship has sailed on that one. I'm sure there'll be plenty to speculate on in the future, so we'll just have to wait until then. But now, I want to talk a little bit about the gameplay. My mind was blown when we got that first reveal of gameplay. You see, I was under the impression that whenever, or if ever, Final Fantasy VII got remade, that it would have to be turn-based combat. I didn't want it to be action, especially after playing Final Fantasy 15. Now don't get me wrong, I like 15, but the combat was a little bad in my opinion. And that's all I could think about whenever I thought of 7 Remake having an action battle system. And I was wrong. After seeing the battle system in play, I was shocked at how good it looked. How ATB was still there and there was a bit of strategy still involved. It at least looked better than 15's combat, so that was already a plus. And then, after people got their hands on it at E3, word came out that the game felt as good as it looked. And not only that, it was later revealed that there would be turn-based combat in classic mode. How that'll turn out is beyond me, but I'll definitely give it a try. With the amount of things that Square is adding, I tell you, it's as if they realize that they can't screw this game up. Ever since the remake first got announced, like many, I was excited. I couldn't believe it was finally happening. I still can't believe it. And until I get this game in my hands, in my mind, it's not real. There is no way that Final Fantasy VII, my favorite game of all time, is being remade. And it's done at this quality. It's not real. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Are you just as excited as I am for this game? Let's talk about it down in the comments below. I want to know what's your favorite thing that's been revealed so far. Mine has to be the reveal trailer. The hype was real, almost 5 years later and this game is about to be in our hands. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, then maybe subscribe. The plan is for a new video every Friday, so thank you guys for checking out my channel. Have a good day and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.